Hey, my pretties, this is Shadow the Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 386 of Shadows and Pretties, and today we are looking at another film of the Maneater series called Roadkill. This is a 2011 television horror film, and this is actually a decent movie. I definitely do have to say it wasn't terrible or anything. I thought it was pretty interesting. So, of course, we got some good actors. This was filmed in, let's see. What's really surprising is that, this film is actually pretty interesting. And I personally really think that, it's really interesting and concept wise. The actors are half decent in this film, I will say. They're actually half decent, so there's that. And I'm going to talk about this film in case of you guys have not seen this movie in a long time. So basically, the plot is about this person, Kate, who travels around in Ireland in an RV with her ex boyfriend Ryan, brother Joel, and friends Haley, Chuck, and Tommy and Anita. After driving to the countryside, the group stops at a small shop where they encounter Luca, who attempts to scam them into buying a medallion and warns them that it's dangerous before Chuck steals the medallion and the group attempts to make a quick getaway. However, as they drive away in their RV, they hit an old woman, cursing the group and telling them about the mythical bird, the Rock. So we'll take vengeance on them. Before dying, the group quickly drives away in their RV, but hits a patch of a thick fog and becomes lost in the curse's fears heightened. So, stopping the RV, they encountered a young boy on the road. Anita leaves the RV to talk to the boy, but he runs away before the Rock grabs Anita and drags her into the air. Her body is then dropped in front of the RV with half of her face mauled off before the Rock returns and flies away with her. So Ryan continues to drive down the road, and the group begins to panic as they cannot contact help. The Rock attacks the RV and causes a tire to blow. Armed with a road flare, Tommy goes to change tires, and as he finishes, the Rock returns, and the group ends up hearing the road flare being set off and rushes to find Tommy with his face mauled off. The Rock swoops down, grabs Tommy, flies off, and decapitates Tommy, while the others retreat into the RV. So the group begin to argue, but the Rock reappears and chasing after the RV. However, it flies away when the RV reaches to a secluded house. The group enters the house and finds a family, including Drana, willing to let them use their phone. However, Luca arrives and takes them outside and held them at gunpoint. So Drana takes Kate to retrieve the medallion from the RV. However, Kate knocks her out and escapes, having already but put the medallion on, while Luca ties the others to wooden poles so the Rock can get them. As the Rock arrives, Kate manages to free her friends before the Rock flies away after seeing the medallion. However, Luca shoots Haley in the stomach, killing her and forcing her to flee, the others to flee around the surrounding forest. So Luca chases them down through the forest, but they manage to escape back in the RV. And once they find Raina again, who begins to beg for the medallion, Kate discovers that the medallion protects against the Rock, so she escapes with it, leaving Draina to be killed by the Rock. After driving down the road farther, the group passes a service station and Ryan leaves the RV. After reconciling with Kate to call for help, while the others continue to drive down the road and create a distraction, the Rock briefly follows the RV, but soon drives circles around to go back for Ryan. As Ryan is about to be attacked, the others distract the Rock and manage to harm it with fire. So they leave the RV to find Ryan missing and the phone broken. They hide in the restroom before they hear a policeman. Seamus arrives. However, he begins to tie them up for the Rock, but they overpower him and knock him unconscious. While escaping, Joel is carried away by the Rock as Kate and Chuck leave and they run over Seamus, killing him. So after they drove down the road, Kate retrieves a call from Ryan. However, the line gets cut dead, but Kate manages to get a signal and phones Ryan back. Hearing the cell phone ring, Kate rushes into the forest, only to find Luca, who shows Kate the rock's nest, filled with her dead friends. Chuck arrives to send Luca away at gunpoint before Kate takes the gun and sends Chuck back to the RV to escape. So while she remains mourning in the nest of the bodies of her friends, including Ryan, to be killed by the rock by tearing her face off, so Chuck's group, sole survivor, reaches the gas station and she stops for gas, but Luca is already there and forces Chuck to give him the medallion. The rock arrives, but Chuck manages to ignite some spilled gas, blowing up the RV and Luca with the rock. The rock, however, somehow manages to survive the attacks and attacks Chuck as he walks away, completing the old woman's revenge, and that's how the movie ends. Well, I definitely do have to say that this movie was actually quite of an interesting concept. I personally thought this was an okay movie. I mean, the gore was pretty good, and I like the CGI animation of the rock of the creature that is attacking them. I thought that was pretty cool. I like the concept of this movie. I thought it was really neat and well done. Now, this is definitely one of the good films that I do have to say that is pretty interesting. Like, I like the concept of it. The actors did a pretty good job, and everything about this film was just pretty interesting. I personally really found a lot of enjoyability with this film. So you can get this movie on Amazon. I do know you can get it on Amazon, and I think you can get it on what would you call it? Oh yeah, I think you can get this also on DVD. Yeah, you can get this on DVD on Amazon or eBay. But yeah, I definitely do have to say, I can recommend this movie if you're into horror movies. You definitely would really enjoy this. But if you're into the Maneater series, you will definitely really enjoy this one, like the other ones that I reviewed. So, I guess with that being said, and that being the case, like I'm gonna say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with it, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I personally do have to say this is a really great movie. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was really neat and well done. I mean, to be fair, that's just my opinion. But anyways, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this movie a lot better. Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoyed this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. If you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on DeviantArt, follow me on my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, as links to all those will be in the About page section, so you guys will not miss an upload, and you guys can go follow me on there if you're interested. And as always, if I'm missing something about this film, please let me know in the comments below, but I think I've pretty much covered everything. So with that being said, I'll be catching you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I'll see you all next time.